Welcome to the Manners Memories, a first-person horror game by Group 6. Our game is narratively driven by notes, letters, and newspaper clippings. The game starts with the player locked in this room to learn how to read notes and interact with the environment. Interactions are achieved by pressing left-click and are highlighted by the cursor changing or by glowing objects, such as this key. In the living room, fleeting shadows will let the player know that they are not alone. The living room will also introduce players to the tragic tale of the manor, which once belonged to the Fletcher family. Not all notes need to be read, but players who savour a chilling story won't regret it. Now the player can enter the main gameplay area. Keep an ear open for Mrs. Fletcher's macabre muttering. This area can be very dark, but the player will have noticed by now that they are holding a lantern, which can be turned on or off with a right click. Whilst on, the fuel gauge at the bottom right of the screen will start to deplete. Whilst off, the gauge will recharge. The ghost can be anticipated by listening out for muttering, or by looking out for flickering lights. Once you are spotted, the ghost will give chase. But keep an eye out for that lantern field. You can easily get lost in the dark. If caught, the player will respawn by the living room, a safe space. Let's take this time to change a few options, and if need be, take a look at the controls. Let's speed things up a little by running with left shift. Though good things can't last forever, and you'll eventually run out of stamina. So it's best to try and sneak around the ghost. Though that won't always be possible. The ghost exists in the dark, and therefore enough light will kill it, or at least teleport it to a random location. But this will take almost a full charge of your lantern. Light is a valuable resource. The study, at the far side of the ghost's territory, is another safe space. And here is the music sheet, essential to completing the game, as well as a ton of juicy story information that the player can now start to piece together. Now all the player needs to do is get back. All these corridors can begin to look the same. They'll become just like a maze, and it won't be long until the player is totally disorientated, out of light, and hugging the walls. If the player forgets what they're doing or where they're going at any time, they can press I for inventory and be reminded of their current objectives. Then hit escape to resume the game. Thanks for paying attention to this vertical slice of the Manners Memories.